What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Chat's Home. Today I'm talking with a band who is very near and dear to my heart. I'm so excited that they're here, the Aquadolls.
Hello.
Hey.
What's up, y'all?
Howdy.
We're
Thanks for having
excited
us.
to be here.
Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, thank you for being here. So, your song, Our Love Will Always Remain, is the foundation song of my relationship with my girlfriend. So
Oh my
I
God.
think we
Can you explain what that means?
I'm gonna cry.
I'm interviewing you. That's so
Where's
awesome.
she at? Where's she at?
I know, right? Shout out to Monica. Love you.
Love you,
A
Monica.
little bit of Monica in his life.
I
Hey.
need a Monica.
Sorry, oh my God, I probably yelled in your ear. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
That was good. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, no, I'm sure you've heard that probably so many times now.
It's always
I'm not-
really
It was in a
fascinating
movie
to me,
Okay,
though, to
good.
hear
I saw it in
that.
a movie I was watching, and it was like a love story.
It was someone's wedding song. Wasn't it
That's
someone's
amazing.
wedding
Yeah.
song?
Someone's wedding
What?
song. Like,
That's amazing.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I love
It's the
it.
perfect love song.
Yeah, I love it.
Do you still like that song? Like, I know that's one of the first tracks. I know you've played it for years.
Right.
What's your relationship with that song?
Even though I have been playing the song for the past 8 years, it's still a great song, and it makes people happy, so it makes me happy. So,
I
rock
love
and
it.
We
roll,
were like
baby.
debating playing it too.
Yeah.
And I was
we
like,
were over, but then I was like, you know what? I was in the car listening to it, and I was like, well, this is like a good song, and I'm like, why do I don't want to play it? It's probably because we just
We play
when we're
it
on
so
tour, like
much.
we'll play it
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
and over and over, and you
Yeah.
kind of forget, but then you're like, oh wait, this is actually like a good song.
Exactly.
I've always liked the song. She wrote it. Like I always
Yeah.
liked it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I
it's
was going to
fun.
ask, because you wrote that on your own. Like, that was before the rest of you joined, right?
We're
Yeah,
fans.
that song was
Pre-Jakayla.
written my freshman year of college.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrote it looking at the rain falling down on campus, and I was like, I'm going to write about the rain, and then it ended up being that song.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Queen, I didn't know that.
Queen.
We're the Aquadolls. Welcome to Chat's Home.
This is Our Love Will Always Remain.
It's raining, I wish that it was sunny out. It's chilly, so chilly. I wish that it was summertime again. Oh dear.
So when did you join the rest of the band?
Summer of 2018 is
Okay.
when Kayla joined the picture.
Kayla was
which
birthed.
is Jackie and Kayla.
I'm Jackie.
Nice.
I'm Kayla.
Kayla.
My queens.
Yeah, we joined summer of 2018. I was just friends with Mel, and I did like a dancing thing for Mel's like
Yeah.
solo set, and that's how we met. And I just went to Jackie's house for their practice, and they're like, "Do you know how to play keyboard?" And I was like, "Absolutely not." And she was like, "Great, we have a show next week." And she taught me the whole set on keyboard.
Yeah.
So that's how us three were birthed. And then I was like, well, I play bass. I don't
Yeah.
play keyboard, so maybe I should
It
just
made more sense.
transition to that. And then, yeah.
Makes
and,
sense.
And the rest is history.
Love it. So why did you both want to join the Aquadolls? Were you fans already?
Yeah,
Yes.
I was fan already, and me and Mel both like really wanted to start playing again. I just broken up like I had a previous like all girl band, so we weren't together anymore. I know she wasn't really together with like a full band anymore, so we were actually started to go to shows instead of playing them, and I know that like that was kind of hard for us, and we wanted to play. So we just right time and place, and then finally, and she actually like recorded my previous band too, so like we knew each other.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so like I really looked up to her too. So it's like, and I know Kayla did too. So
Yeah,
I mean,
we
do.
I was a big fan.
Yeah,
I'm still,
we
I mean,
still,
am,
we still
yeah.
are, and so
But-
we're just like happy
yeah.
that she wanted us in the
Yeah, I
band.
knew she played
real.
drums,
Yeah,
and
so
I
it
needed a
worked out.
drummer, and I was like, hey, like, let's start
Yeah.
jamming. So we were jamming
Yeah,
as a
kinda
two-piece.
had, like,
Kayla was
mutual
just
I was just there for the
chilling,
vibes.
and then she joined, and yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah.
love it.
yeah.
Shout out to my sister Erica for showing me the Aquadolls. Love you,
Yay.
Erica.
Shout out Erica.
Yeah.
So it was a few years between the Stoked on You project and the Dream and the Deception
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
So why the break?
Very long, weird story short, I was working with some people and it didn't work out. I was like going off on this whole like major label spiel. It did not happen. I
Got
was
it.
very unhappy, and it was just a really not good situation for me, but I got out of it. And as soon as I got out of that situation, that whole period between 2013 and 2018, I was writing every single day, writing music. And so the Dream and Deception was a collection of songs from in between Stoked on You until weeks before I started recording that album. And
Wow.
yeah, so that's why it took a while. It was not
Yeah.
in my control, otherwise I
Right.
would have been putting stuff out. But yeah.
Right. And that's when you started the own label, right?
Yes, yeah, that's when
Aqua-
Aquababe Records started in
Love that.
late 2018 with the
Yeah.
first release.
Gotcha. Yeah, because even the title, The Dream and the Deception,
Yes.
was such an interesting title to me
Yes.
because I know like there's so much smoke and mirrors that goes along with the music industry. It's not just
Totally.
about music. So was that kind of your experience informed that title essentially?
Definitely, yeah. It started as a dream, and like the beginning, like the first song, is Hollywood
Yeah.
and wanting to be
Yeah.
a star and stuff. And then I went through a breakup in that process. So the second half of the album is the deception half, and where it gets more emo and sad. And then I kind of do some self-learning and learn to love myself at the end. And I got my
Queen.
baddies that
Hell yeah.
love
Yeah.
me, and we love each other. And yeah,
Hell yeah, love
friends are always
yeah.
important.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
the story.
it. Yeah, I mean that's what the album is too. It's kind of like a roller coaster of emotions and,
It
and
is,
different
and
things that you're talking about.
It's very like diary of like my life, and like the
Yeah.
the album goes in order of
Yeah.
like how the things happened in my life too. Like I
Wow.
did it in like chronological order. But yeah.
Nice. Is that tough to write about when it's like that personal to you, or is
When I'm feeling really sad, I just sometimes it's good to write.
I think it's easier.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that's how I write too. Like, I kind of write like how she writes, like just like out of like diary kind of
Yeah.
journaling, and then you turn it into. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's easier.
I mean
So
that makes sense. It's so honest,
It's always good to like take like the dark
Therapeutic.
thoughts I feel and then try to make it into something positive instead of
Yeah.
dwelling on it, like to
And people
shift
can
it.
relate too. You
Yes.
know,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
like
Yeah.
you and Monica.
Exactly.
Period.
So were you sonically? I feel like some of the earlier stuff was a little bit more like surfy, and with Dream and Deception, it was a little bit more like alternative. There's some more grunge stuff. There's some like punky stuff and all that. Was that kind of a conscious thing? Like you wanted to try and get away from like the surf rock, or just like, more like a naturally?
It isn't necessarily something I wanted to get away from. The surf thing just kind of happened because I was listening to a lot of Waves and Best Coast at the time of like writing the Stoked on You record. But I've always like been like very eclectic in my music taste. I love electronic music, rock, all pop, jazz, whatever. Like I'm very like into everything, and so kind of just a reflection of my brain, which is all over the place. So
Nice.
Trying to make it a little cohesive with like the reverby guitar, I guess. But everything else is kind of like a little bit of different style, I suppose.
That's cool. And you did the Euphoria remix too?
Yeah.
So do you also like make electronic music?
Yes, yeah. Euphoria was the first remix that I ever did, and then I started getting more into production. I want to say like about this time last year, I put out like a remix of Ringtone by 100 Gex, and then I also DJ a party called Subculture, and we would do like raves in LA and Orange County, and now that it's quarantine, we switched over to Zoom.
Nice.
And I've been doing remixes and like more pop like solo stuff too, and experimenting with production.
Nice. That's cool. Are you all fans of that type of music as well?
Oh no.
Oh.
Like not to be like
No,
rude,
no,
like
I
I don't listen to it. I was telling Mel, it was like for me it's something where like I would love to see it live. Like the energy that music like puts out like live, I love that, but I wouldn't like go and listen to it like on my own. But that doesn't mean it's not good. Like I really like Mel's songs, and like they get stuck in my head a lot.
Yeah.
But it's just poisonally not my cup of tea.
I mean, I like that kind of stuff. It just depends. Like sometimes there's songs that I don't really like, or sometimes I don't like them at first, and then I mean that's with,
They
like
grow on
almost
you.
every music I listen to. It's like I don't even know if I like it yet, but it just depends. Like sometimes like when I watch like the Subculture on the Zooms, like I'm like, oh, I like this one. Oh, but this one I've never heard. This is crazy.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say like I don't like it. I think there are a lot of songs I do like in that genre. I
Nice.
don't know.
Yeah.
Mixed emotions. I think it's all fun and good though.
For sure.
I think it's
Love
really
it.
cool that she can do both, and
Yeah, she's a versatile
yeah,
lady.
it's sick. I
Love
mean,
it all.
I haven't done that, so I mean,
Yeah.
I love
can't
to
say
rock.
shit.
These
That's
are my
great.
rock and roll queens.
We support.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I feel like Up, the newest track. So with that you all wrote that together, right?
Yes.
And my first question with that song, because I was at ACL and I heard you talk about it before you performed it. But is that, like, lyrically, is that one of the most annoying stereotypes of being in an all-girl band?
Yes.
Like,
Absolutely.
getting
Yes.
mistaken for...
Yeah, that
Not
happened.
being in a
That
band.
used to happen to me all the time in my old band, and like there would be shows where guys were literally just like talking like crap on me right in front of me. So I would literally like I used to play bass fiddle, and I would just like walk up right in their face and be like, you know what, you're a piece of shit. You can leave. Like this isn't like
Right.
you don't like it. That's fine. Like, and like people just like being basically like arrogant assholes.
Yeah.
And I think that happens a lot, boys or girls or whoever. But I mean, I think the scene needs a change, especially when it comes to like women, because we're just assumed that like we're groupies or like no, we're literally playing, dude. Like come
Right.
on, like
I
why
think
do you
it's-
assume that?
It's
Right.
almost worse when they know we're the band and they still treat us like less than because
yeah,
we're
that
girls.
sucks.
Like
and
that's
that happened a
almost
lot on
worse.
tour.
So like
Damn.
I don't know, we always try and like make
it out in our
sure
music.
to like like take our anger out. Like I remember
That'd be nice.
there was a show, it was in, I think it might have been New Orleans. Do you remember? I was like wearing that red dress. I was really, really mad. I think her family was at that show, and there was like these drunk guys that were like yelling and being so rude and like yelling really disgusting things. And I
you just-
literally like looked at them and I was like,
Yeah,
fuck
in
you,
the
like
eye,
fuck,
right?
like I was
That's what I-
screaming at them and they were like,
Yeah. Like the fact
oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I was like,
Yeah.
did that hurt your feelings? I'm sorry, did that hurt your
But
feelings? Like stop, like.
Yeah.
Literally,
Because
this
they
is our
wouldn't do
show,
that to like
leave.
anyone else, you know. They didn't do that to the opening band. They didn't do that like.
Yeah.
So it's just
And
it's
maybe
really
they just
annoying.
need to learn or something,
Right.
but hopefully that song will like maybe just be a little bit of a wake up call. We don't want like to be like mean to anyone. We're just like everyone needs to be treated like
I think
nicely and
it's-
equally and just have
Yeah,
a
no,
good
it's more
time.
it's more for
Let's
the
just
people
have a
that are
good
treated
time.
differently no matter what. Like
That
whether
too.
you're a boy or girl, like whatever you identify as, like being treated differently or less than because of your quirks or like because
Yeah.
of like something that you can't help. It's just like a song for people to like that relate to that, to take their frustrations out, and
Yeah.
just kind of like a big middle finger to bullies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Love
Yeah.
that so much. And the sonically too, it kind of goes with that. It's like pretty like hard hitting rock.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that the style that the next music's probably gonna be, or is it just like because of the lyrical content of that song you want to like kind of match it with that energy?
kind of like I said earlier, like we're all over the place with like styles.
It's
and
just
stuff.
like I think the right. We just whenever it sounds good is like okay, this is a good song. But we definitely write all over the place. Like we do like pop, rock, surf still. Like I mean. I don't know. So who knows?
Yeah,
you know?
maybe. I liked the heaviness of
but I
it.
did
like,
like
yeah, I
it.
would be down
that.
to do more tracks.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
really fun to do.
We're always
like,
open
heavy
to that.
stuff.
It's super fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you writing right now?
Yes.
Nice.
Well,
Working towards another album? Or?
Well, okay. We recorded in the studio in January. Well, okay, in January we like wrote a bunch of demos together, and then February, right before we went on tour with White Reaper, we recorded 3 demos. And then COVID happened.
That are all very different from each other.
Yeah, the songs are all pretty different. It's like a surfy song, a like
kinda
trappy
poppy.
song-ish, and then like
A 1975-esque song.
Yeah.
That's like what it rhymes with.
Definitely.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
again, like genres all over.
We like all that.
But yeah, we kind of like we had plans to like with touring and all of that to do drops, but because of COVID, our plans kind of got messed up. So
Right.
we're like barely just
Working on
starting to
our
get
chops.
back on
think
Aquadolls
it's a good
stuff
thing now,
now. But
We did play one of the songs during our live stream as a little teaser.
and you'll hear it today too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh
street.
back.
yeah.
You'll get a little taste, a little tease.
Yeah. Shout out to Fat Mike
Yeah, and Baz.
and Baz.
Yeah, no effects.
They helped
helped
us write
record.
that.
Decomposers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, decomposers.
Thank you to Decomposers.
Ooh,
Dang,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
This is a brand new song called Crybaby.
Ready? Yes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm kind of a romantic type. I keep on falling at first sight. My sights so set on you. Will yours be on me too? The way you rocked on stage, your eyes so full of rage. I'll burn you with my gaze, but it doesn't seem to faze you. This is so confusing. Is it something that I'm using? The welling in my eyes is not from butterflies. This should be awesome, not a drag. Oh, I never know when I'm happy or sad. I'm just a crying jack. When you smiled at me, I saw you differently. Could this be my chance for one night of romance? Will you play my strings like a lead on your guitar? Just like after every show, will we even get that far? This is so confusing. You're like the drug that I'm abusing. The welling in my eyes is not from butterflies. This should be awesome, not a drag. Oh, I never know when I'm happy or sad. I'm just crying in this state. I just can't wait to find out how you're gonna make me cry. I'll take a kiss, but I'll also take a shag. I'm just crying in this state. I just can't wait to find out how you're gonna make me cry. Oh, I'll take a kiss, but I'll also take a shag. I'm just a crying jag. The welling in my eyes is not from butterflies. This should be awesome, not a drag. I never know when I'm happy or sad. I'm just a crying jag.
So is it going to be harder, do you think, to then like bring that to the live stage? Because I know the live stage is also such an important thing, especially with you. I've seen you a few times, and it's super fun. It's always wild. So is it going to be hard to like introduce those different elements live?
No, it just depends
No.
on the sound person.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it depends on who's doing it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. I don't
Absolutely.
think it would be hard because we just like playing. But I think
Yeah.
it just depends. It really just comes down to the technical stuff and us like learning our instrument. And I think that's why this time is you have to look at it in a bright or like on a
Silver lining.
brighter note because now we can like be like, oh shit,
Practice.
I really like my drumming needed a lot of work. So
Same.
like I feel like it's building my confidence a little more.
Yeah.
I feel like with you guys too.
Especially like since like we became a 3-piece as of like a
Yeah,
year ago,
yeah.
it's put a lot
Really
more pressure on me
realize,
as a
like, oh, wow.
guitarist to improve, and I've spent a lot of
Yeah.
time like in quarantine just like practicing my chops, and like
Nice.
I've always put myself in a
Yeah.
box like I'm not a shredder, I just play rhythm.
Yeah.
But now I'm like starting to learn to like do more solo stuff,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
it's
Yeah.
so I feel like the quarantine, like we've all like
Kind of
put in
wake-up
more
call
work
for
like
that, too.
individually as
Definitely.
musicians.
Yeah, just because I feel like it's really easy to get comfortable, especially when you're on the road with how you're playing. But just know that like we could always be better. And I think that when you're on the road for so long, you don't really like realize that you're just used to like playing like the same kind of constant note. So I think this quarantine has just kind of been a time for us to like get better, learn harder songs, and just try and I don't know, be better because we can
Yeah.
always be better than the past us. So yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Very nice. And live, I feel like you attract multiple crowds as well. Like some more like indie fun, dancing crowds, and then some more like punk moshing crowds.
Yeah.
Would you rather play for one in particular? Like, do you have?
Moshing.
I love rock
Moshing.
shows.
We love
Yeah.
moshing.
Like also like it sucks when there's like it just sucks. I don't want to like put anyone anywhere category, but like when we play shows when there's like older people or over 21 shows, usually if it's like only over 21 or even 18 and older, they're not as fun.
They're
Maybe
cool
not
guys.
every single show, but I'm gonna say
Most
like
of the time
majority.
is cool guy
Like-
syndrome.
And it's like
Yeah.
I feel bad because like when I'm older, I don't want to like
Yeah.
do that. I mean, I'm 20, I'm almost 25. Like I don't want to.
we want to be
just
fun.
be like just standing there. I mean, that's fine if you want. Like maybe you're tired or you have a heart problem, but like, and I respect that. But like, I mean, at least like bop your head. And then it's funny when people come up and say,
Right.
"Oh, you're so good."
It was
I'm
so
like,
good.
"Did
And
you have
in the crowd,
fun?"
they're like, but
I'm
then
like,
they
I
say,
don't-
oh, that was
I-
so good.
I have fun when I'm older.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Like, I feel like maybe the younger crowd just has,
I
like, more
love it.
energy
Yeah,
or
I
something, or
love
they
the
just, like,
younger
don't
crowd.
care. Like, they,
Even going to shows and
yeah,
being
it's
around
so
you guys, I'm
fun.
just like,
It's so
yes.
fun. The all
Yeah.
ages crowd really
I think
brings
'cause,
it.
yeah, we have a lot of energy, so
Yeah, like-
we like the energy back.
Yeah,
Yes.
like I like to go to shows that are fun, and like when I go to a show, like I want to like dance around and stuff. So
Yeah,
like I
we
just
love
hope
it.
that we can provide that
We're
like
always in the
back.
pit. We're always
Right.
in the pit.
Yeah.
Yes, in the pit.
We love
And
the
we
mosh.
hurt ourselves in said pit.
Yes, bruises,
Said it.
many
Yes.
bruises.
Is there a rowdiest crowd or rowdiest show that you could think of?
Like that we
let's
played or that
see.
we
I'm
saw?
I'm just
That you
thinking of the
played.
White Reaper show in
I
Kansas City
know.
where we crowd surfed.
Yeah, we crowd
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that was fun. I didn't crowd
There-
surf. I helped get them up.
You were like filming.
I
me,
was
like,
filming.
Yeah.
Melissa, yes.
That was that. I feel like, okay, when we play shows, I feel really bad because a lot of the times I don't like go into the crowd like to like dance around.
Sometimes
I'm
you do.
like sometimes I do. I think when we open for bands, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
it's just like easier for us to calm down. But I think like the really fun shows are shows that we go to that we all just like go to watch bands because it's like really rare to do that nowadays
Yeah.
when we're touring so often. So opening for a band is always really fun because on the White Reaper tour we were able to like chill out for like 30 minutes, like calm down, do merch, and then watch like another band and like get to like jump around in that pit, which is always really fun
Nice.
to do that just because I love to dance and like push and stuff, and it's always really funny when people are like, you just played,
Yeah.
hey you, or I think
geek.
my favorite crowd might have been Vegas on the White Reaper tour.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
a really
the
fun
left
crowd.
half of the crowd.
Our half of the crowd was
The-
great.
yeah, like I was standing on the right, and that was like all like the older people, and then
And we
like
had,
on
like,
the
the
left
drunk
there was like
bros.
the mosh
Yeah.
pit, and, like all the bros, and they were like yeah,
It was so
and like
fun.
going off, and we were like all right, left side of the crowd like mosh, and the right side was like all like the adults with their like drinks and stuff,
Right,
like,
right.
casually like
They're
kind
just
of
chilling,
bopping.
living
Yeah.
their life.
Yeah, we love the craziness for sure.
So
Love it.
fun.
Thrive off of it.
That's awesome. Do you still have nerves when
Yes.
you get on stage?
Yes.
I get nervous after.
Really?
I get shaky after, like, cause it's so much adrenaline.
It's like all
I'm,
the
like,
yeah.
and then I freak out, and
Yeah.
like then I'm like, oh my god, did I mess up here? What did I do? What did I do? But like in the moment, I like nothing.
Nice.
That's just me personally.
I think before shows we all get pretty nervous, like before big shows, because like I think before all our festivals we've all freaked out. Like
We put a lot of pressure on ourselves.
I think we
Yeah.
all have really high expectations. Like I remember before ACL, like we were all really stressed. Like I think we had like
We had
4
no
hours of
sleep.
sleep.
no sleep.
Yeah.
We slept in the
But
van,
you
and we had
gotta
to
do
the
it.
weekend before all of our gear like fried on us. So it was just like sometimes
Super
it
hot.
gets really stressful for, I think mostly for bigger crowds where we're not playing to people we're used to playing to, people who might not know who we are. It's a little bit more nervous because you don't know if they're going to like it or not. Because second weekend of ACL, we were playing mostly to Meg the Stallion's crowd, even though she didn't show up, like it was like that crowd getting there early. So it's two very different genres of music. You don't know how you're going to appeal to them, but they seem to like
but
it.
also, like,
Yeah.
we shouldn't give a fuck, and we should just
I
play,
do. I
like,
care
how
too
we
much.
wanna play,
Yeah.
you know, like, we're just playing because we like to play. But and I
Yeah.
think we're just we're
I just
working
think
on
it
that.
gets nerve-wracking when
Yeah,
you're playing to
definitely.
new
I
audiences,
definitely
especially
feel
when
that.
it's like
For sure.
You can't help
completely
it,
different
but-
crowds.
I like to win them over. Like, I'll
Yeah,
find the one
that-
person that
yeah.
looks like they're having the least amount of fun, and I'll
that
look
way to
them in
do
the
it.
eye, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
ah, and
Go
like sing
crazy.
at them,
Force
and then like
them.
make them like smile. You know what I mean? Like make them clap.
Yeah.
Like I love that.
Yeah,
Love
that's
it.
the way.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of ACL, I was there. I wore the shirt because
Which weekend?
This is Shoutouts to ACL. Weekend 2.
Oh, thank God.
good. That was a good one that we did. The weekend
Okay,
one
cool.
was.
We
It
can
was
run
scary.
all
It
of
was
our
very
gear
scary.
fried, and I had to do a stand-up comedy
Oh,
set for like
jeez.
10 straight minutes.
Yeah, I think
My guitar
yeah.
pedal like completely overheated. My amp tubes blew.
My wires fried.
But it's
Yeah,
gonna
it was
happen.
so
Yeah,
hot.
we
You're
were,
gonna
we were
have to-
prepared.
You just have to learn how to.
Yeah.
Do it. It's
So now I
hard.
have my
It's hard.
stand-up comedian set prepared for whenever.
Survive.
Nice.
We played just drums and bass because her guitar just like wasn't working. So
Oh, jeez.
so after that we were just like made sure that we could, like, if anything happened with her gear, if anything happened with my gear, if anything happened with her, like that we all could be prepared for that and just like do something to entertain the crowd and hold them over until
Yeah.
things are okay.
Yeah, one
You
sister
learn.
goes down, the other sister's got each other's backs.
Yeah.
You learn. Yeah, it was super fun, but that was one thing I just felt like y'all are so confident even on the ACL stage. It was like, oh, like they're just having
Wow,
the time of their
thanks.
lives. Like,
Thank
this was super
you.
fun. Yeah, so.
That was 3 hours of sleep, Aquadolls.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
So I think
That's
we
great.
played a little better when we were like really tired. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
I felt
Yeah.
so alive.
That was super fun. Monica was with me. We had a great time.
Shout out
So
to
thank you.
Monica.
Thank you. And so I know that, I mean, you've done a bunch of stuff. You toured with Right Reaper, right?
White River.
Recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, played ACL, Warped Tour, have gone on tons of tours around the country and everything. Is there like a best moment for each of you since being in the Aquadolls? It doesn't have to be live if it isn't that.
I think for me, damn, I just loved when we played the Warped Tour and like we were watching the Offspring and like I was
Oh, nice.
moshing with my friend and then all of a sudden I feel like our manager like linked
Oh,
on
yeah.
with JC, our other manager, his daughter. And we were just like all moshing in a circle together, and I was
huge
like, "Wait,
circle.
what? Where did you get here?" And it was like a mosh pit like in the back of the crowd,
Mhm. Yeah.
so it was like really fun, and no
We
one
all
was
found
like, you
each
know,
other.
yeah,
It was like our
I don't
manager,
know.
all
I
of
just
us.
love like those kind of moments. Like I mean, there's so many more, but like stuff like that that
Yeah.
like just mean a lot because like we're just all there in that moment having fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think my personal aha moment was on that same tour we did Warped Tour. We played Fresno, and I don't know what it was, but like sometime in that set, it just like clicked with me, and I got like really emotional, and like that was like the show where I was like, dang, like this is my favorite thing to do. Like this is, and I remember after the show, our manager came up to us and was like, that was your best performance. Like something clicked.
Dang.
And I don't know what it was, like whether it was the crowd or whether it was just like playing with the girls, like something clicked in me where I was like, okay, like it's go time. Like I'm doing this forever. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to do this. And I just like went crazy and it was really fun. So that was like, after that, like it was just like up. Like I was
Wow.
like, this is it. Like I need to keep going.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
Shout out to Fresno.
Shout out to Fresno.
Yeah, Fresno. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Like, it's just such a blessing, like, to see, like, how far, like, I've, like, been on this journey, like, since the beginning, like, of the Aquadolls and, like, you know, finding different band members. And then when they joined in 2018, like, that was such, like, a big pivotal point for me. And, like, finally having an all-girl band that I've, like, always wanted and, like,
Yeah.
having these, like, amazing women, like, to be in a band with me is just so great. And I'm just really grateful for that. I don't know. I always think of the Troubadour, which was the last show that we did, March 8th. Just like we were just like playing really tight and like we were ready to like do like so many more dates and like
Yeah.
that was just such a good night and like that was the last night of normalcy in the world before lockdown happened.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think about it a lot and like that's like
Yeah.
a very like special like thing for me.
Yeah. You left on a
Also-
good note.
When we got our manager, like I love that too. When we got our current
Yes.
managers
Yeah.
and stuff and our agent, like
It
that was
really
a really
helps.
big turning point for us.
Yes.
Where we kind of felt like we didn't have to not like depend on only ourselves, but we were like able to give up some of the stress that it like, because being a DIY band is really, really hard. We book our own shows, we do our own merch, we are our own like touring crew. So getting a manager that really, like, we have 2 managers that like really care about us, a great touring team, an agent that like loves us. I think that was like a really big moment for all of us, just because we didn't have that before.
Yeah, we're very thankful.
So, yeah.
Like, they've all worked really hard, and
Yeah.
like all their even like all their friends and like connections they've all been
love us,
so
yeah.
supportive. Like we've got to know their families and just like
We're just so appreciative.
hang out with other like people that play music that they know, and just like they're very just like kind of family oriented, and I think that really helps. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just
Yeah.
really thankful.
Like
Yeah.
the whole
Super.
U.S. like all the touring
Shout
that we
out to
did,
Rick,
Warped
shout out
Tour,
to
ACL, that was all
Smitty,
because of
Joe.
our manager and our booking agent. So shout out to y'all, shout
Pablo,
out to Rick,
Renee.
Pablo, Renee, everyone, Larry Laska, all of them.
Yeah.
So important for
Yeah.
sure. Cool. So before we wrap up, we got a few fan questions. If you want to
Ooh,
grab those
yeah.
cards, you could read.
We could
Check
pass
'em out.
Sure. Well, I'll take one.
Perfect.
How's that? Here you go first, Mel.
What did you want to be when you were a kid? Okay, so when I was 5, my first job I wanted to be was a paleontologist because I was obsessed with dinosaurs until I
Nice.
realized I had to actually enjoy science, which I do not and I'm terrible at. And then I think I was like 8 or something that I started acting and I wanted to be an actress. But then I was like 15 when I figured out I really wanted to do music. But I've always loved music. But yeah, I guess music, acting, just
Nice.
entertainment. Loved
Yeah,
it.
love it. What about y'all?
What do you want to be when you're a kid?
Oh, little Kayla had so many career changes. Seriously, I thought I was gonna be a ballerina. What's the people that build buildings? What's that called? Oh my God, my dad.
Construction worker?
No, like architect. I wanted to do that so bad. Like I wanted to like build wacky buildings. I thought that was so funny. And then I realized that like you actually have to like build things that people won't die in. So that kind of, I gave up on that. I've been doing musical theater since I was little, so I wanted to be an actress too. I went to school for it for a while. I just left one competitive business for another to do music. But I still want to be a sign language interpreter. That's always my plan B, just to get that certification, just in case, because you never know, being a musician is just like full of ups and downs. So yeah, I love to interpret. Both of my parents are deaf, so it's a good skill to have. So,
Nice.
and also I've been interpreting for my parents since I was a kid, so I always knew I was going to fall back on that one day.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah, many things.
Very cool.
Yeah. I think I just wanted to be like a performer too. Like I always just would dance like when I was little, but I also I think I wanted to like own a dress shop or something, because like my aunt owned one, so I would work there every summer in Idaho, and then like I kind of wanted to like do something like that. But mostly I always was into music.
Nice.
Like I don't know. I think. Yeah, I'm like, dude, I think I like forgot what I liked. Yeah.
Good answers.
Yeah.
All right, who's up next?
You go. Kayla.
Okay, it's, will you go on a shopping spree with a fan? We need some of your fashion sense. Absolutely. Unfortunately, I think we are all pretty broke. But the day we get that money, like, I'll take everyone on it. We can go to all of the best stores, Savers La Mirada.
Savers
Like,
La Mirada. Go thrifting.
Absolutely. I think the key to a good fashion sense is using what you got. You don't need to have money. Just use what you got.
Yeah. It's not,
um,
yeah.
But
I got these socks
shopping
10 years
spree
ago,
wise,
man. Like,
Nice.
definitely would go on a shopping spree. I picture the Bratz scene when they all go shopping.
Yeah.
So definitely, yes.
Yeah. Ditto.
yeah, I love shopping. Let's go.
That's a good idea.
Love. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. All right. What do you all love most about being in a band? Performing. I think we can all agree on that. And yeah, I think performing and just meeting fans and just, doing what we love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live shows.
I miss shows
Yeah,
so
live shows
much.
are the
Like I
best.
miss like being able to like see people and hug people and like having that interaction. You know, we're doing what we can online and like,
Yeah.
but yeah, the real life interactions miss and crave so much.
Yeah.
The
It's-
sweetest part.
I know.
Yeah.
I just keep thinking it's gonna be so good. That like first one back,
gonna
it's gonna
be
be so
Oh
fun.
my god, it's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
Like I'm already planning it in my brain.
Me too.
It's insane. I'm just excited
I
to
just hear that
play.
song. I like to move it.
Yeah.
Don't, no, no, no,
Seriously.
Don't.
Like
I don't know why.
No offense to all the other bands out there, but you don't know a good time till you go on tour with us.
I mean,
Honestly.
we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time.
Yep,
That's right.
period.
That's for sure. So even though we all cry and we're very emotional, we also know how to party pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to like play live shows again so we can do like the Bring It On cheer. Like,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, we
we're
like
gonna do cheer.
choreograph dances
Yeah.
pre
Mini
and post
pyramid.
sets. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Let's make it
someday,
a party.
someday I'll see our
Lots,
cheerleading moves.
yeah, a lot to look forward to.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Love it. So cool. So before we start in, is there any shout outs or anything else you wanted to mention before we sign off?
Shout out to Monica.
Shout out to Monica.
That's right.
Shout
to
Shout
Mom.
out to DC for the
Oh,
sick
Oh,
shoes.
to the for the shoes.
Thank you.
Shoes.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you,
was
thank
super
you,
cool.
thank you.
Shout out to
Shout
Chad.
out to our
Shout out to
Rick
manager.
DeVoe, JC DeVoe,
Schmitty.
Smitty.
Shout out to
Schmitty.
Joe.
That's our team.
Oh, and most of all, aliens.
Shout out to all the aliens out there.
Balbazar, we love you.
We know they're out there.
Love it. That was great.
And gay
Well,
rights.
Oh,
That too.
Yes, 100%.
Trans rights.
Oh,
That's
damn
it.
it.
100%.
And Black Lives Matter.
Oh, damn it.
100%.
Got
Period.
Everything she said.
Love it.
And my mom.
Great sign-offs. And yeah, thank you again so much, DC. Shout out to Topo Chico as well. You guys are awesome. And stay tuned. We'll get into some music right now. Thanks so much, the Aquadolls.
Thank you.
Hello, we are the Aquadolls. This is our last song. It's called Communication is Sexy / I Don't Know How to Communicate. Ready? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do you like me or do you even care about me at all? I still haven't washed my underwear I wore when we hugged up outside my house in your car after the concert. We didn't get far, did it seem like an amateur? I didn't know what to do. I was so nervous, it was because I liked you, but I'd rather have awkward convo than hook up with you. I guess it's kind of fun, but all I can think is how all I really want is somebody to talk to. All I really want is somebody to talk to. All I really want is somebody to talk to. All I really want is somebody. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Communication is sexy. I don't know how to communicate. Give me a breakdown, honey. Dating sucks. It's a fucked up world. No one ever asked me out on dates. Break it down for me, baby. I know I'm fine. It's not me, but it's me. It's me. It's fucking me. Give me a breakdown, honey. I know I need to spend more time by myself. Love myself. Gotta love me.